shout outs to the intro. Welcome to Rich Talks, podcast where we do music commentary, cultural commentary, deep dives, and just interesting topics in general. I'm your host, Unk, aka Ree. Now let's get into it. Y'all ever had one of those pay it forward moments? Like, I actually had one of those moments recently. Actually, it was coincidentally on Easter Sunday of all days. I started the day off normal too. I decided to hit the gym that morning. Funny enough, the location that I normally frequent, it happened to be closed that day for the holidays, so I had to pull up at a different location. So I was feeling a little adventurous, because traffic was basically non-existent. And if you know anything about me, you know what? You'll know that if you really want to see me behave irrationally, just put me in some bumper-to-bumper traffic.
You're a victim.
Anyways. So I pulled up to a different location, to a different gym location. And the first thing that I noticed when I pulled up into the gym was that I'd seen at least like maybe 3 or 4 people walking from their car to the gym. Just normal, obviously. But like as I was trying to like park, something caught my attention, like from the corner of my eye. And at the end of it was like at the end of the parking lot, there's a car, and it's parked like in a little obnoxiously, if you think about it.
Stop the cap.
Kind of like horizontally across 2 parking spots instead of like just in one, like normal, obviously. So I thought nothing of it at first because it's pretty empty parking lot anyway. So I continued to just do my thing and go reverse park into my spot. And I see another person walking into the gym, and I'm getting a little antsy now because like you're seeing a lot of people going into the gym, and you're like, damn, are these people going to take up your machines and shit? So
you're a victim.
I don't know. You just start going off in your head. So something, but something seemed off about that car that was parked in the corner. So I looked over in that direction before I turned off the car, and I see an arm waving, like literally waving a cane in the air, like from the driver's seat. Like the driver's door is open, and they're just like waving a cane in the air, like basically to get someone's attention, right? To get anyone's attention. So I'm like, but here's the messed up part. My initial thought was, is this a scam?
You're a victim.
But honestly, like knowing myself, that thought only lasted for like 3 to 5 seconds. So I drove over to that car, and I rolled down my window, and I'm like, hey, do you need help? And it was like an older lady, like with a cane, and her car was like already packed to the brim. Like it seemed like she was on her way somewhere or whatever. And she thanked me for coming over to help her, because the situation where she was in a crazy situation. Imagine this. Her car is dead. Her phone is dead. It's Easter Sunday. And she's like in a parking lot. And nobody's like coming to help her, right?
You're a victim.
And all she needed was like, she either needed a boost or to borrow my phone to call CAA. Like, but imagine all of that happening on Easter Sunday of all days. That's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the universe just puts you in like the right position at the right time, but the ultimate decision at the end of the day is still yours. Anyway. So being the kind person that I was raised to be, shout outs to mom and dad, I didn't even let the lady finish her sentence, and I like immediately hopped out of the car and I had jumper cables in my trunk, ironically. So I just grabbed them from my trunk and just like started doing the thing, got her back up and running within like 2 minutes, and she was like infinitely grateful. Like she kept offering me money for helping her out, and I'm like, kept refusing. I'm like, there's no way I'm taking your money. And then she said this, like, she's like, I understand, but please take this and use it to pay it forward the next time you're in need. I was like, that actually hit me. I'm like, I don't know, that moment just felt kind of special, like so special in fact that I still keep that same $20 bill with me like a good luck charm, just so I can pay it forward like myself one day when I'm in need and someone comes to my aid, But it's funny because growing up, we'd often hear the narrative that Toronto is the screwface capital of Canada, which is, I mean, growing up, it seemed kind of true. Like, especially, but now in this current economy, it seems more apropos because like everyone's really just trying to survive now, you know. But like, even in survival mode, we can't lose our humanity in the process. Like, even though I'm fully aware that there's those that prey on people when they're at their worst, you know, and that starts to make the rest of us really jaded in our thinking, and we start looking at anyone who screams for help as scammers or frauds. Like,
You're a victim.
like sometimes I feel like some people live their lives like a greyhound at the Woodbine racetrack, you know, just like barreling through life with blinders on, like not seeing or caring about the one beside you or the ones behind you, you know. But like, what do you all think? Like, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Like, y'all think we're still screwface capital, or like y'all think we're a little too jaded as a society? You know what I mean? Wow. that was a little long-winded. Yeah, you know, I think I'd like to take the time to apologize because that was a lot. So I'd formally like to apologize to absolutely nobody. Like, the fuck? What do I look like? Jermaine Cole?
You're a victim.
Yo, y'all remember on the last episode we discussed, or rather debated, about Kendrick sending some flame at Drake and J. Cole, right? Well, a lot happened since that verse dropped, you know? Now, see, it really feels like Kendrick brought that competitive feeling back to rap, you know? Like, it no longer feels like just a numbers game anymore. Like, J. Cole dropped a whole album just to respond to Kendrick. And boy, oh boy, did he respond. Like, he really did respond. The project is fire. Like, it's called Might Delete This Later. And honestly, I don't think I properly articulated this on the last episode because it was straight off the top. But like, really, I think Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole, they really are all number one in a certain aspect of rap. Like, Drake is, for example, Drake is number one when it comes to mass appeal. Like, he's number one when it comes to being a star and star power, and that's just a fact. But, or at least I used to think that way, like, because I'll say this, after what Cole did, like apologizing to Kendrick after dropping a really good response track called 7 Minute Drill. Like, that's such a sick name for a diss track too, 7 Minute Drill. Come on, man. Like, but I'm now starting to like question his motivation to being the best. But like, let me explain what makes each each of them number one in their own way, or originally what made each of them number one in their own way. Kendrick is number one when it comes to straight up artistry. Like, he's just the most artistically creative when it comes to putting albums together, and this is proven in the fact that he takes long, like I feel needed though, breaks between albums, like to give himself time to actually develop the concepts properly, to give you something that you can really feel. And each time he drops an album, you feel it. It's like, it's not just something for you to listen while you clean up the house. No diss, but you know what I mean? But like, as an artist, he's shown quite a bit of versatility, and he has the accolades to match that. He has 17 Grammys, and he's the first rapper, actually, not even just that, the first musician outside of classical and jazz genres to be awarded a Pulitzer Prize for music. Like, if y'all don't know what a Pulitzer Prize is, it's an award that recognizes achievements in newspapers, magazines, online journalism, literature, and musical composition. So Kendrick won the award in musical composition for the album Damn. Yup, that album. Like, he was competing against composers for this award, and Damn won that. Like, the Pulitzer Committee called Damn a virtuosic song collection unified by its vernacular authenticity and rhythmic dynamism that offers affecting vignettes capturing the complexity of modern African American life.
What?
Translation: Damn is an exceptionally skilled collection of songs that are brought together by its realistic and genuine energy that captures the complexity of modern African American life. Or, all right, too long didn't read abbreviation would be Damn is a damn good album, basically. Like, there, whatever. But you know, he also showed more versatility in the artistry when he did the entire Black Panther soundtrack. Like, I know nobody would count that as a Kendrick album, but like, that soundtrack was fire, and it matched the movie perfectly. Like, after watching each individual scene, Kendrick like crafted this magic. I don't know. Like, I'd love to pick his brain about that, like, because it just fit perfectly. But yo, what about the boy? Yeah. I'd say Drake is number one in straight up stardom and mass appeal. Like, okay, listen. When it comes to the most professions or careers, I'll say, longevity is one of the main pillars to quantifying levels of success. And in an industry that's as fickle as music, Drake has remained a standard in the game. Like, and that's very hard to do. Very hard. A standard, to become a standard, not just, you know, like a standard means you're the benchmark. Like, people are trying to get to your level or above it. You know, you're the benchmark. It's crazy. Like, most artists, like even the super successful superstar ones, like, they generally don't have their careers trending at the top of the mountain for a decade, over a decade. Like, it's a bit unheard of. It's rarefied air. Like, you got to give credit where credit is due, and that in itself is amazing. I personally think that the only artist that would have been able to like match this level of consistency to the masses for such a long time would have been Tupac Shakur. R.I.P. Like, thankfully Drake isn't like running around claiming gang sets and whatnot, or getting into random physical altercations with people. Like,
You're a victim.
Like, I love Tupac and he was great, but goddamn, that brother was a hothead, man. Like, and unfortunately, it really cost him. You know, like, it's the energy that you put out is the energy that comes back to you. Now, I'm not saying Drake is the new Tupac. Like, this isn't the comparison I'm trying to make here. Of course not. But I'm just saying his level of consistency and success in music could only be compared to Tupac when Tupac was alive, because the trajectory that Tupac was on, it seemed like he would have been on this same. He would have been like the benchmark. You know what I mean? But it would just stop short. But shout outs to the boy, man. He's still number one star. Because say what you will about him, Drake is definitely undeniable. The only problem, though, and it is a bit of a glaring one, even though Freak Mill technically lost the battle, he still blasted a huge gaping hole in Drake's armor when he outed the entire Quentin Miller ghostwriting accusations, that whole fiasco. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how high Drake gets, Drake will never ever escape that accusation. You know what I mean? Like, in the court of public opinion, Drake can't be the GOAT because he's used ghostwriters before. Like, if we were all ignorant to this information, I don't think there would be as much pushback or debate about Drake's GOAT status. But alas, so it's kind of weird to say, but even though Meek Mill lost, he made an immortal vulnerable. You know what I mean? All right. So let's talk about Jermaine. It's a cold, cold world we live in, y'all. Us fans can be really fickle sometimes, man. But I'll say this, objectively speaking, J. Cole is the best barsmith of the big three. Talking the big three being Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole, right? Like, I remember he had like this crazy bar on his track 95 South with Cameron. He went, I be staying out the way, but if the beef do come around, could put a M right on your head. You Luigi brother now. Jeez. Yo, that's fire, man. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. But like, if these guys decided to go bar for bar, like, I definitely put my money down on Cole. Like, it's not even a contest. Any rapper that can pull one of the top 5 greatest battle rappers of all time, Daylight, out of hiding and have him do a verse for you on your album is someone to be respected with their pen. Thank you. Like, come on. This guy brought out Quill? Jeez. But I find myself questioning Cole's goals sometimes. What did I just say?
What?
Yo, I really didn't even mean to do that. What the hell? I find myself challenging Cole's goals. Wow. Okay. But anyways, like, nigga, do you really want to be number one? How you gonna drop a crazy response track like 7-minute drill to suddenly getting on stage at one of your shows a few days later saying you'd like to apologize to Kendrick
You're a victim.
for dissing him and you want to remove 7-minute drill from all streaming platforms? Nigga, this is fucking hip hop. What is wrong with you? Damn, like this to me is an unprecedented stock dropping situation.
You're a victim.
Like, what's your real motivation at this point, Cole? Like, you get on features with other artists and utterly destroy them lyrically on their own songs while claiming you are the UNO, the UNO, the number one, you know, only to turn around and apologize to a nigga that's been trying to get all you other rappers to respond to prove that he's the best, period. Like, yo, man, Kendrick is really the boogeyman out here. Like, you got Cole apologizing to you, nigga. You got people on the internet trying to protect Drake from you. Like, come on, man. Like, this is what rap has turned into. Like, listen. I know that hip hop is the youngest genre. Like, we know this. Hey, come on, man. The founders of hip-hop are literally still alive to this day. Like, that's how young this genre is. It's only 50 years old. So I understand that it's going to continue to grow, change, and expand in different ways that may not be understood now, but might be later. But, yo, come on, man. There's certain things that are at the core that you just cannot change. Like, there's certain aspects that just cannot be changed. And one of those things is competition. Like, from its inception, it's always been about who is the most skilled. Like, who has the best rhymes. Like, ain't no rapper gonna diss a rival and then apologize afterwards. It's just, bro.
You're a victim.
Yo, what the hell kind of mentality is that? Like, it's laughable, man. But you know what? You know what makes it worse for Cole? It's not just the fact that he apologized to Kendrick, but it makes him look even worse because on the new Future and Metro Boomin album that just dropped, We Still Won't Trust You, fire. We find out that J. Cole himself is featured on a track called Red Leather, and it appears that Cole is taking shots at Drake too. Like, fam, Future and Metro are ruthlessly like, yo, these guys are playing 4D chess, man. They really went and did like some Iron Man and Nick Fury, like Batman and Superman, bring the Justice League, bring the Avengers. They went and got everybody to diss Drake. Like Drake's on some Thanos shit or something. Like, what's going on? Like, bro, you even got y'all got ASAP Rocky, y'all got The Weeknd to throw some shots at Drake too. Like, this is crazy. The Dream, this is nuts. Like, you know what this reminds me of? that meme where the kid's getting jumped and all you hear is like, fight back, nigga, fight back. You know what I mean? Like, but yo, like honestly, I welcome the disses. Like, K. Dot the Boogeyman really brought that old feeling back. Like, that real rap is a competitive sport type of feeling. You know what I mean? Like, that real feeling. Because for the longest time, all we were seeing is like everyone's teaming up for albums and songs, and honestly it just got really stagnant. Like, I am super happy that real rap is back, man. That niggas is going at each other, man. I mean, there's even rumblings that Drake and Kendrick already have responses for each other ready. Like, ready to go. Like, man, I feel like a kid again, man. I just like competitive rap. I really do. I really do. Like, as long as it just stays that way, rapping, and not like none of that sensitive ass, I'll see you when I see you, or I'll send some goons after
You're a
you,
victim.
or I'll tweet at you type of nonsense. Like, you know, like, as long as it stays rap, man, like, I think we will all be thoroughly entertained for the next little while. But what do y'all think, man? Like, let me know your thoughts. Like, do you agree that these guys are number one in their own way, or do you believe that there can only be one? But let me know your thoughts and comments. Oh, and last thing before I sign off, I just like to say rest in peace to Orenthal James Simpson, better known to the world as O.J. Simpson. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. The Juice passed away from cancer recently, and I guess the Juice is now loose in the afterlife.
What?
I'm sorry, that was terrible. I'm a fool. I'm sorry. But whatever side of the fence you fell on, you know, whether you thought that he did that shit and got away with it, or that he truly was innocent, that's truly your prerogative. Like, but I don't like to talk ill of the deceased, but I'll just say this. If you truly are of the belief that he actually did commit those murders and got away with murder, I still can't believe Johnny Cochran's famous words during the trial, too. It's like, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Anyway, sorry, getting off topic. If you truly believe that he did it, at least think about this. If for those that at least believe in karma, who's to say that maybe justice wasn't served because I think back in like 2008 he ended up going to jail prison for 9 years for armed robbery and kidnapping. And it was so ironic too, because he was trying to rob some sports memorabilia that originally belonged to him.
What?
Wild. Now, if that ain't poetic justice, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, man. Once again, R.I.P. R.I.P. to Tupac. R.I.P. to Johnny Cochran. R.I.P. to OJ. But who's got the juice now, y'all? I wonder. I'm gonna freshly squeeze up my ass up out of here. No Diddy.
What?
Salute to the outro. Peace.